this up super quick. Alright. So, after spending 2 weeks with the generous wizard Miss Molly, you are joined by several allies, including Sir Talvar, Blanc, Bastion, and Snow Thistle, Eliwick's trusted familiar. Meow Wolf, Zindi, Harper, Winterbow, Will, Keeks, Juniper, and Snoodles all make your way out to Loomlurch. Spending the extra time to dice out your strategy has greatly aided you, and you are able to come in over the top using the nearby river. Meow Wolf casts Pass Without Trace, allowing you to sneak around the perimeter. Will begins to stutter and shake once he sees the scarecrows stating that there is more than one than there typically is. Chucklehead has unfortunately paid the price for his kindness with his life and was left to rot in the sun. In the near distance, you see a small, shambling figure making their way to the door to enter the workshop where your last run-in with Skabatha occurred. You follow the figure, quiet as shadows, successfully bypassing a few traps that you know hide in the garden. The workshop is empty, and the windows to the burned-down goblin market are boarded up. You quickly find a boggle, and before it can raise the alarm, you attempt to feed it to Juniperberry, who refuses, but passes the oily creature to Bastion, who doesn't know any better. You check all the doors to find them unlocked. Will flies into the nearest room, leaping off of Winterbow's back and into a very small barracks. You surprise the tin soldiers in their barracks, but struggle to fight in such cramped quarters. Soon, 3 more tin soldiers join the fight after they hear the nearby ruckus from the workhouse dormitory upstairs. Harper attempts to intimidate the tin soldiers by casting minor illusion and pretending to yell at them as Skabatha. In the chaos and confusion, Harper is able to slip out into the darkened hallway. The fight continues and the outcome is looking good. Suddenly, you hear a loud rattle and a young green dragon pops out of the jack-in-the-box. Having been alerted by the noise from the fight, and in the commotion, Harper is able to cast Alter Self in the dark hallway and change her appearance to become Skabatha. Harper re-enters the room disguised as Skabatha and yells at Cradlefall about the commotion. The Alter Self is so convincing that Zindi and Meow Wolf believe that the Toymaker is in their presence and begin to cry at the thought of Harper dying in the hall. Harper bravely steps forward and shoos the dragon away, stating that Mommy will take care of it. And Cradlefall sleepily crawls back into the box, and the remaining tin soldiers are quickly snuffed out. Zindi wails at Skabatha for harming the children and killing Harper. Harper attempts to let Zindi know it's really her, and Zindi believes that the duplicitous witch mocks her. Zindi strikes Harper and quickly drops her sword when she realizes what she's done. The party stands in the small room, surrounded by disanimated toy soldiers. Harper is still disguised as the Toymaker. Alright.
Oh, yeah! I forgot. Oh my gosh. Should we roll for anything, or?
You guys are out of initiative. You guys have taken care of all the tin soldiers. And you have about an hour as Harper's Alter Self as Skabatha, as long as she can keep up concentration. So you guys know that there are stairs that lead to, you guys would probably know that the stairs are going to lead to, let's see here. The workhouse dormitory that's upstairs.
Got it.
Like, you guys are still looking for the kids, and you still haven't seen Skabatha. But no one is coming. And you guys would assume that it was, tin soldiers, Cradlefall, and then if Cradlefall had sensed danger, he's probably linked to Skabatha in some way. So you guys just bought yourself some time, as long as no one comes in here.
Oh. So does anyone need to be healed? Is everyone feeling? How's everyone after all that?
I could use a little more healing.
Let's see. Ooh. Does let's see. Do I have anything? I'm looking. I might have counted on my dear Zindi to take care of all healing. I might have accidentally dropped off my healing here with my spell switching.
It's okay.
Oh darn. Oh, actually, I think I have like healing potions or something.
Yeah, we have potions of healing, but don't waste it. Don't waste that on me. I'm okay for right now, but like just know that.
No. Harper, wait, no, hold on. I can also heal you myself and my lord without the need of a potion. Hold on, sorry. I've lost my sheet. Pardon. Un momento.
Wild.
Sorry, I had it pulled out and then I don't know what happened to it. Okay. Wow. Sorry, guys. Incredibly unprepared.
Dee, could you give us a little like refresher of what Skabatha sounds like?
She has a scratchy voice, is prone to cussing, you know. Last time you heard her speak, she sounded something like, "What the fuck is going on here?" You know, she has a very evil tone, a very don't fuck with me tone. Her vocal cords probably don't work that great anymore.
Harper, here. I can cure your wounds, and I cast cure wounds at a first level, and 4 plus 4, 8. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice.
It was my fault, so.
I'm doing a lot better now then. Sweet.
You guys see that Winterbow is like a battle pro, and he sort of like already did a circle to make sure everyone else was good, and has started like just throwing pieces of tin soldier into their little barracks and just like closing the door back on them. And he's like, he just shrugs.
That's great thinking.
Perfection. Get those little cans out of the way.
Yes, my lord. I notice they don't bleed, so no one will be the wiser.
Yes, I think their humanity has been gone. Their sense of self has been gone for quite some time.
Will is with us, right?
Will is with you guys, yeah.
I think I turn to Will and I'm like, now don't be alarmed. I know I look like her, but I promise it's me. But this might be a good time for you to lead the way. Tell us, where do you think we should go to rescue everyone? Where are they being held?
You see that Will had actually been hiding, like, under the staircase, essentially. And he sort of was flipping the fuck out to see Skabatha. Once he realized it was you, he's kind of like, okay. But it's still jarring to see, because it is good. It's good. It was good enough to fool her pet, you know? And he's like, right, okay, well, Yeah, so let's see, who do I remember used to be here. So Will got the full rundown from everyone. I'm just looking for my frickin' list. Okay. He sort of is like, right, okay, so there was Broder, there was Pud, Wendell, Roth, Yvelda, Mishka, Caliban, and Pogo. And he's like, well, I'm worried about Mishka. She probably...
Yeah, I hate to interrupt, but I see that Lindsay has dropped offline.
Oh.
I am?
Oh, it showed on my side here that
weird.
you were off.
Oh no,
Oh, that was weird because you dropped offline.
Okay. Yeah, that was bizarre. Okay, sorry for interrupting. I apologize.
You're good. So Will sort of like lists off the people who, were given to him. He definitely remembers a lot of these people, and he was like, right, Mishka was pretty tight with Chucklehead, if I'm recalling. I hope nothing's happened to her since Chucklehead. He sort of like shakes his head and is like, there's a dormitory up here. I don't think it's locked. I mean, the toy soldiers came down.
Is that...
And then he also gestures to like the hallway that you stepped into. He's like, well, I mean, that door's also unlocked, so I think there's just like cupboards in there, and there's a few rooms beyond that. You guys, kind of had a pretty good idea of where everyone is, but it's hard to say exactly where they are at this moment. But you're still looking for Scabatha. You followed her into this room. She's not here. She obviously isn't in the cupboard area where she would have come out and like heard you guys. So she's probably far enough away that she didn't hear you.
I guess to the stairs then, right? What do
you
you
guys
all
can make
think?
me a perception check if you like.
Okay.
Ooh, that would have been bad.
18.
Perceptions.
18?
22.
22, okay.
9.
All right, well, Harper and Zindi, you guys got some big ears on you. So your ears perk up, and you guys hear from upstairs the very distinct sound of a child throwing up.
Ew. No. Okay, thank you for the sound effect.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Well, after being with children for quite some time now, I do recognize that sound.
Ooh, I ate too much candy. Everyone knows you're not supposed to actually eat anything from the goblin market. Anyway, okay. You see Will just sort of starts like taking the stairs two at a time. He's like, all right, well, somebody's up there and they're sick. Winterbow moves towards the door that leads out into the dark hallway, and he sort of just like stands at the ready, nods at you guys, and says, I will go down here with... And he sort of gestures, and you see Juniperberry and Bastion, who are like pretty large, taking up, like they're still in the other room, and they're just like looking in. And Winterbow's sort of like, we will alert you if we see anyone. You see Snoodles is chewing on a one of the tin soldier's legs.
That'll probably clean his teeth real nice.
Snoodles has horrible breath.
Why, yes. He's never practiced self-care because the royal crocs would be tended to.
Of course.
Makes sense.
Yeah. All right, so you guys gingerly make your way up the stairs. Will sort of puts his hand on the knob, takes a deep breath, looks at you guys, and pushes the door open. It is unlocked. And inside, you guys come across... 1 second. A sort of a smaller dormitory. Let me move the map over. Okay, so we got Zindi, we got Will, we got Harper, Meow Wolf, and the animals are downstairs.
Okay, this is a very small room also.
Yes, so this is a pretty small room. You guys immediately clock it as essentially a children's area. There is small clothes sort of like at the edge of each bed, and the beds are very small. And then at the end, you guys see a young male dwarf who is sort of like dramatically lying in the bed, and he's like, and looks really ruddy. He has a sweat, and he has like a bucket next to him. And then you guys see that there is a slightly older male human child next to him, who's sort of just tending to the younger dwarf, sort of like wiping his mouth with a rag. And as you guys come in, the human lad sort of whips around and sees well, okay, hold on. Actually, do you guys want Will to go in first, or do you want Skabatha to go in first?
I probably shouldn't go in.
Okay, you're gonna wait outside.
Well, what do you guys think?
I think that's appropriate because you're gonna scare the cahoots out of anyone that doesn't know the situation of you transforming.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's just, I mean, definitely, you were already cautious from that standpoint, you know, in character, for sure.
Yeah, I'll wait outside.
All right, Harper, you wait outside.
I'll stand guard.
You stand guard, basically, like, to sort of be the in-between, but, like, if Winterbow called for help, you know, in theory, you guys could escape via Sir Talavar with whoever the fuck is up here. So you guys are sort of just hedging your bets. So when you get inside, the dormitory is nestled in one of the higher tree boughs. It has round windows overlooking a wooden balcony. Lining the walls are 10 child-sized bunks, outfitted with patchwork quilts and straw-stuffed pillows. And then, like I said, at the far corner of the room are the 2 young lads. Everyone go ahead and make me a perception or an insight check.
Perception check. Perception. Ah, yes. 25.
Dirty
Okay.
20.
Okay.
Wow, hold on. 12.
Okay. Meow Wolf. You sort of look around and you are while your upbringing is not the traditional what a lot of people had, so you sort of know how to clock things now that a lot of people wouldn't when they go into a room, because for you everything is like very strange and unfamiliar. You immediately notice that the dwarf is poisoned. You recognize the signs of someone being poisoned, and you are fairly certain that he ingested something that he wasn't supposed to. You also
I can
get
smell
the
it coming out of his
sense.
pores.
Yeah, did you roll insight or perception?
Perception.
Okay, and then Zindi, you rolled insight or perception?
Oh, can I also do insight? My perception was garbage.
You can just is it different modifiers? Like is insight more?
No. So, well, no.
Okay. You guys both sort of take a gander around the room, and you get a weird feeling. Like you're suspicious of something. Why were the guards up here? Okay, you remember that they were on the balcony and you lured one away. And why is this kid sick? It's just not adding up to you why they're up here. And you also see that the human male is... He had a interesting look when you guys came in. Like he was expecting someone else.
I am at a loss for how to interact. I don't have anything that could heal this young dwarf. A dwarf, right?
I do believe you were making potions for Miss Molly. Like, were they antidotes or were they poisons? Like, do you think that you would have taken that?
The ones that I know, the ones I made for her expressly were poison.
Okay. So...
Because they were all made...
You could... do you approach him? Do you get closer to him?
I do. I get close. I talk to him and go, what's going on here? You don't look too well, young friend.
The young dwarf is just like, and the human sort of puts the rag on the side of the bucket and like pushes it away, definitely full of vomit. And he's like, he looks you up and down and he goes, hey, so you guys are visitors? I've never seen you around here before. You got Will? He looks at Will. Will looks at him. And Will sort of like looks around. He's like, yeah, where are the others? We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. Can Broader walk? Like, we gotta go, man. And you guys sense an uneasiness between Will and this human.
Hmm. Um. Well, gosh. I guess am I near where I can like go talk to Will like without them kind of noticing?
I mean,
Or at least
you
talk to
guys are
Will in
sort
a way.
of, you guys have sort of announced yourselves. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you guys, just from your time with the others, no one seems particularly keen on ringing the alarm, even if weird shit be happening. So, but
Got
they're
it.
definitely going to listen to whatever conversation you have in here.
Got it.
There is a
So
balcony that you could step onto, but they could also hear you on the balcony.
As I turn to go to talk to Will, Keeks flies out of my pocket. Goes. So what's going on with you? Sorry, sons. You know what's his. What? Are you trying to get out of here, or are you trying to? What's the dealio? Do you need help? You obviously are sick. What? You know what's going on here?
So yeah, we'll say Keeks flies in through one of the open windows, and sort of just like is like, "Hey, what up?" And sort of starts circling the two young boys, and you see the human get like really annoyed that this bat is in here, and he sort of like tries to like wave him away, and he's like, damn, this is just all the time in the Feywild, just weird talking fucking shit all the time. He's and he like tries to like shoo him out the window.
How dare you! I was trying to help, you ungrateful little shit.
Damn, this thing's spicy. You hear Broader be like, bucket. And you hear the human, like without even missing a beat, kicks the bucket back over just in time for the dwarf to be like, bleh. And
Oh, hey, don't spray it, buddy.
the human sort of looks at you guys again, sort of is really looking you guys up and down, sort of regards the talking bat, and looks at Broader, and he says, listen, he can't walk. He's way too sick. I don't know what he was thinking, but he ate a mushroom. One of the bad ones. They told me he might die. You know how it is. Anyway, yeah, we can get out of here, but Broader's gonna die. So you just hear Broader be like, what?
Oh, that is unfortunate.
I mean, you know, I think Scabba's probably got something somewhere, but I don't know. He just like shrugs like, this is a Tuesday. You guys are like, what the fuck? And Will sort of like looks really aghast at this, and he goes, Pud, dude, no, Broader's not gonna die, okay? Listen, I know Scabbatha grows one of her antidote mushrooms in here. We'll just go down. We'll go get some mushrooms. We'll bring them back up. Broader will be fine, and then we can go. Where are the others? And Pud sort of like stands like at his full height, which, I mean, Will is slightly older and a half elf, so he's pretty tall. So Pud just comes just under him, stands up to his full height, and he's like, I don't know, working. This is my job today.
To kick a bucket over?
No, I'm supposed to watch him die.
Oh my
Jeez.
god.
I am appalled. Like, I'm just like, as the elf, I'm just like, Jesus. Like, what is happening here? Well, if that's the case, how come you can't go get those mushrooms and help this poor soul instead of just watching him die? What kind of sick?
He lets out like a fat burp and
Oh my
just sort
God.
of like shrugs, and he's like, yeah, I mean, Skabatha didn't tell me to go get the mushrooms. She's gonna get mad.
Well, and as I hear this, I jump right to the doorway, and I go, Harper, Harper, I need you. And I quickly tell Harper the situation, and I basically insinuate to whoever's in the room, like, well, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that the mushroom situation gets sorted out, so we will take our leave. And I signal to everyone to get out of the room.
Okay, yeah. You just hear Broader just like, he's like throwing up and crying. And you hear Pud just sort of like flop down on the bed next to him, and he's like, "Hey, they're there, buddy. They're there. Yeah, listen, they said they were gonna go get some mushrooms for you. All right, come back soon. Whatever."
I barge through the door, basically like almost kicking it down.
So it's very much like you guys make like a big ass show of like going down the stairs, shutting the door, shutting the other door, you know, like in cartoons, and then in reality you guys are just like waiting, and Skabatha busts in. As you bust in, do you say anything?
I think I just stare like menacingly at what was his name? At Pud.
Pud. Yeah. The second you barge in, and it's very like, again, big cartoon energy, you straight kick open the door bang open, and Pud fucking leaps out of his skin almost and is scrambling, sees you, doesn't even bother to get up, just crawls towards you and starts like kissing your feet, and is like, "Oh, Skabatha, I promise I would never let anything come by your way without letting you know there's intruders. They're coming for Broader." And Broader's just like, "Oh, they're gonna get mushrooms."
Who's going to get mushrooms? You are, Pud! You're going to get him the mushroom that he needs to feel better. We need everyone hard at work today. Do it!
Okay. He like bounds down the stairs. Where were you guys? Were you guys hiding on the stairs, or were you guys hiding elsewhere?
Let me look at the map. The stairs is not a very long stairwell, so I would have gone down the stairs completely and been completely out of sight, out of the stairwell.
Okay. Do you guys think you would hide in the barracks, or do you guys think you would hide in the workshop? Workshop has the in the barracks, yeah. You guys can definitely squeeze into a little unoccupied tin soldier thing.
Yeah, if like basically I'm not very big, so I'm like less than 3 feet, so like I can hide
backs
pretty easily
into the corridor, Juniper and Bastion, they sort of both squeeze through the door as they sort of hear this shift going on. And you guys hear Pud, like, run down the stairs as fast as his legs can carry him, and through the barracks, through the workshop, out into the yard. And you just hear him huffing and puffing. He didn't even bother to close any of the doors, but you can assume he's like digging around. So Broder is like still puking in a barrel. Pud is now out in the garden, which that's where Oink is. So, you know, eventually you're going to go get him or whatever, but he's kind of a problem right now. So, now what, Harper?
I think I go over to Broader.
Ask Gabitha, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's pissing his pants
While
while he's puking.
Yeah, he's literally just like, no. Like, he's really going through it anyway, and he's like, fuck, here she is to turn me into a toy.
I reach out my hand and I like just gently like
Oh god.
stroke his hair. I stroke his hair. I caress his cheek. And then in Harper's voice I say, "Little one, do not fear. We are here to help. I'm not actually her."
God's above and below. I thought I was gonna have to be the next. He starts like throwing up again, but he looks a little less stressed knowing that you're not actually Scabatha. I would say that you would normally have to roll, but honestly, he's so sick that he doesn't give a shit as long as you're not murdering him right now.
Little one, tell us, where are the others? We're here to rescue all of you.
Let's see. He throws up in the bucket and he like wipes his mouth and he's sort of like, okay. Let's see. Mishka is gonna be with Scabatha. She got in trouble. You can see he's like real woozy. He probably hasn't eaten in a bit, but he's trying to like push through. And he's like, the others. I mean, they're in their typical workstations, which you guys would know to be the textile mill and the sewing room are like the other two areas that you guys haven't hit up yet. And
then who is with Scabatha?
Mishka.
And Mishka was one of the children.
Mm-hmm. And she was favored by Chucklehead. So once Chucklehead, got fucked up, bad news.
Oh goodness.
Oh goodness.
Sweet child, when he returns, be sure you eat the healing mushroom, get well, try to stay here. We will come back for you, and we're honestly probably going to leave him here, because fuck that guy, right?
He laughs and then kind of like coughs a little. He's like, and then he goes, I don't trust him. He's gonna bring out the wrong restroom or something. I'm not gonna do it.
Even though I, as Gabitha, told him to get the right one?
He sort of like leans over, thinks about throwing up, and is like, no, okay, I'm good. And he's like, okay, maybe. And he's like, all right, I'll keep it. I'll say that she said he'll believe whatever. He loves that bitch. And he sort of like starts to like kind of fall asleep, you know, when you're just like so sick and tired, you're just like
Poor thing.
Yeah, so all right. Hud is now in the garden digging up some mushrooms. Rotter is safe, and Hud will more than likely do whatever Skabatha asked of him, which was bringing him the correct mushroom, and he wouldn't dare cross her. So you guys have these two unlocked. You can come get them pretty much whenever, as long as the room isn't taken over or whatever. Where would you like to go?
In that case,
now?
I'm gonna go downstairs to everyone and relay what sweet boy just told me.
But poor sweet Broder
was
up to.
And just say like
lad.
the other children the other children are where they're supposed to be. So the textile mill in the sewing room, and that Mishka's with Skabatha probs.
Okay. Will sort of nods, and Will pipes up, and he is sort of like, I mean, Skabatha usually would be in the kitchen, you know, but she might think something's up, she might think something's not up, I don't know. She's not here yet, so, I mean, no one's seen through Harper's disguise. He looks again nervously at you, Harper.
I promise it's not really her. Okay. It's really me.
Okay, yeah. It's just shit. It's really convincing. Damn.
I turn around and like lift up my skirt and see, I still have my tail.
Aww.
You do in fact still have your tail.
Aww.
I would imagine, does Harper wear like fancy bloomers mayhaps?
I mean, they were probably fancy at a time, but yes.
Well, if you're dressed as Skabatha, she does have like little bloomers on her dress, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I do. And I had to like cut a hole in order to make room for my tail.
Cute.
Yeah. You're like, I just feel really naked without it. It doesn't really alter this. It doesn't really, affect the altar self too much. Okay, so you guys, basically, I'll give you a rundown of where the areas are. The parlor had the mimics, which now only has one mimic. You guys there was nothing in the workshop except for the one boggle. And then you guys have already taken over the Tin Soldier Barracks. You guys have already done the workhouse dormitory. So that leaves the garden, which you guys kind of went through. There's also the sewing room, the sort of hallway, which you guys know is like kind of like a hall closet sort of deal.
Yeah.
There's the textile mill. There's the kitchen, which is where the prisons are. Like, she keeps them sort of like under the kitchen, because it's the most uncomfortable because it's really hot down there. There's also like the study, and then her bedroom and an aviary. You guys, Will is pretty confident that she would be in the kitchen, or that's where she spends, the next portion of her day until she would move on, or until something else drew her attention. It's kind of a toss-up with this kind of thing. You guys can see that a lot of the doors are unlocked. You guys know that some are locked. and that you guys haven't come across another one of Skabatha's minions, Pincushion, which is like a living doll. Another Skabatha loyalist. You haven't seen her yet. But you would imagine that she's around.
That is terrifying. Keeks flies down from the windowsill, down the stairs, to where I'm hiding. Because I wasn't. I was just kind of chilling while all of this was happening. And I go, so where do you suggest we go next? I'm not too certain as to which way to go. I was going first, and I led us right into a area where we couldn't move.
Keeks, who had been like flying around outside, is sort of like, yeah, well, we gotta get these fucking kids out of here, so, we'll round up the kids, then we get Skabatha, but we gotta, we gotta make a priority list here. You got 2 upstairs, okay. How many we got left? 2, 4, 6, whatever, one's with the hag, so,
No, we only have just the one upstairs. Fuck that kid.
Okay, whatever that makes our job easier. Will sort of just is like, I mean, fair. Like.
Yeah. I mean, followers, am I right?
Listen, we gotta use the old altar self to our advantage.
All right. Those figures in L3, are they at the door still guarding? Are those tin soldiers?
No,
Are we aware of
sorry.
those?
No. Take those off.
I say we should go check out one of the rooms that the kids are probably in, either the sewing room or the textile mill.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, faux Skabatha.
After you, my king.
I continue behind.
Excellent.
Perfect. Where do you guys
Excellent.
go? Where do you guys want to go first? Sewing room or textile mill?
Textile.
Okay. Indeed.
All right.
Sounds good, my lord.
So you guys make your way through the dark corridor.
Spooky.
And you guys do notice that, there is a couple doors. Harper was in here for a little bit, and, no one came a knocking or anything. Let me just see one thing really quick. Aha, okay. So, you guys come to the end of the hallway, which you guys see even when you step in. And you try the door, and once again, it's unlocked. You guys are like, damn, this bitch doesn't lock any doors. And then you're like, I know some of these doors are locked, okay? So you guys get into this weird sort of in-between room. And as you guys open the door, you guys come into the room, and you notice that the room has 3 doors and a wood-carved staircase that ascends to a higher level. The walls are a dense tangle of tree roots and brambles, nestled among which are 5 animated portraits. One of a svelte, dark-haired woman, and the other depicting hags.
Could I do a? Do I have a like? Arcana?
Yes,
I
go
don't
ahead
know.
and anyone can make me
I don't.
a history or arcana check.
Woohoo. Let's see.
Which one? Oh, yeah.
Wait. Hold on. I'm so curious who these figures are.
17.
21 Arcana.
Woo!
24 Arcana.
Right?
Ooh, yeah.
Meow Wolf, you step in. The room is bizarrely dark, and you get up to these photos. You notice that one of them resembles your ex-bride-to-be. And as you squint your eyes a little bit more and your eyes adjust to the darkness, you realize it is Bavlorna, but younger and more frog-like instead of like old woman frog. But her eyes are like wide and watery, and she has many warts.
Sexy!
Sexy!
Wow.
A hag after my own heart.
Yeah,
Zindi.
my lord, didn't you think that she was quite beautiful, if I recall, or am I being speciesist here?
No. Everything was indeed an act. My dear Zindi, she was absolutely repulsive.
I'm glad to hear it.
However, I do believe I am not a fickle frog, if you will. I can fall in love with anyone if they have a good soul, and she was also hideous on the inside.
Here, my lord. Agreed.
Just a real fuggo.
Haven't heard that word in a while.
Yeah. Zindi, you
Yes.
not only recognize a young Bavlorna, but you also recognize you got the 17, right?
At 21.
Oh, you got 21? Harper, you got the 24? Is that what you said?
I got the 17.
Okay. Harper,
Yes,
what
I
was
did
your-
get a
Okay,
24.
Okay, cool. Perfect. I was just making sure I did it in the right order. Okay, Zindi. Your eyes dart to the hag that you are currently hunting. A recently transformed ? With a golden, polished wind-up key in her back and one empty eye socket. And you notice in the portrait that she holds a wooden eye in her right hand.
Interesting. I point out, hey, I wonder if that wooden eye is important. That's it.
And did Zindi say that to us?
I'm saying that to you guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Just the
Yeah, like check it out. I that this feels this something inside is saying that this is important to me.
Well, it could be something. Is it an energy that you're feeling, or is it just an?
Can I roll on something else, Dee, to like see if I can like learn about like just like I want to specifically like kind of like I want to zoom in on my knowledge about like what I'm seeing here from the painting. Like if there's like useful information about like that could help. Like yeah. Maybe I guess history now, or I mean I guess it would
let's
be
do a history or perception, I guess, to like pick up clues from the painting.
Okay, 21 again.
Okay. You get very close to the painting, and you notice how sharp the brambles look that lie under these paintings.
Sorry.
And as you look at the portrait, you're studying it, you're mainly watching the eye, and you sort of are like, why would she turn herself into a toy that's broken? And you, that sort of leads you to believe that the eye isn't broken, that maybe the empty eye socket is useful somehow.
To her.
To her, yeah. And
I turned to everybody and I tell them that, guys, I think that the eye are important to her.
sorry, you cut out a little bit on that last part, Zindi.
Yeah,
I
missed that last part.
I just tell everybody that I think the eye socket and the eye are important.
Okay. Fantastic.
Do I? So I ask Zindi if they're gonna take that little token with them.
Me?
Yeah, are you gonna take the eye socket?
Wait, I can take it? I don't understand.
No, it's like they're paintings.
It's a painting. Yeah.
I got it.
You also notice, Zindi, another painting.
Ooh.
And this one is
look over there.
less familiar, but it catches your eye. And
less familiar, but something is catching my
you're
eye.
like, it's kind of one of those things where you're like, no, I just saw that somewhere. Where did I see it? Where did I see it? Harper, as you see Zindi's attention turn to the painting with the svelte, dark-haired woman, you know who this is. This is Zybilna, but not like when you knew Zybilna. This is a way younger Zybilna, but it's unmistakably her, and the flash of her sly grin is one that you remember well.
I think I reach my hand out and like put it on the painting. Or is it too tall for me to reach?
Go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh.
Uh, 15?
All right, you touch the painting. Nothing happens. You trace your paws over the woman's face, and you look at her sort of garb, because you know she had a very specific look when she was the Archfey, and this is a little bit more like cheeky. It is very what one would consider a witch to like dress up as. So she has like a big pointy hat, and she's dressed in like dark blue robes, and she has a green cape. As you sort of like trace your paws on her, Zindi, like you immediately have a recognition. This is the woman who the doll is based on in the Witchlight Carnival. So, when you guys
The
were walking
doll.
by the Hall of Illusions, and
Uh-huh.
the halfling couple fell to their knees laughing, and sort of led you guys on that wild goose chase looking for Kettlestein.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Witchlight had a doll, and the doll wore a pointy witch's hat, dark blue robes, and a green cape. And you
Deep
remember
cut, my
that
dude.
deep cut, and then you also
All right.
remember.
Okay, hold on. Pause.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I turn to Meow Wolf and I say, "My lord, my lord, my lord. Am I? No. Come. Can you get over here?
Absolutely.
I pick him up so he can see better.
Touching me by my robes.
Yes, by your
my
robe.
skin.
Not touching your feet. My lord, I'm just like, do you? I'm kind of like baby Yoda-ing him a little bit. I like kind of look and I'm like, my lord, it's from, and we both at the same time say, the maze in the Witchlight Carnival.
Oh, it's her.
I completely shudder and I put Meow Wolf down. I'm just like so creeped out. And I like put my hands in my head and I was like, what
This is
have I gotten myself into?
She's the one disappearing people.
She's the one disappearing people. My lord, you're right. Wow.
Okay, hold on. Let me just clarify. This is not Kettlestein the Kenku. This is the doll that basically pulled a prank on passerby.
Yes.
Okay.
I realize that.
Got. Cool. So you guys are like, you guys remember that the witch's name was Tasha. So you guys are like, Tasha is disappearing people.
God.
Is that her real name in the? Because there was another real name in the Fae.
Harper, I can't remember if we decided this or if you want to roll for it. I think we decided that you did know this. You know that Tasha is one of Zybilna's names.
Yeah, we decided I did know that.
Mm-hmm. And that she very famously wrote the famous spellbook Tashin's Cauldron of Everything. Based on her own magical findings.
Wow.
That was before she was the Archfey, though. That was like before, like, you knew her. That was like, you know, I mean, well, shit, she would have been about this old.
Like a millennia ago.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I'm in shock. I'm also slightly disgusted because that means that the Witchlight Carnival lead that we spoke to has been leading people to get disappeared for a very, very long time. And I'm just like in shock about like the length of time that's probably this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll like history to see if I know like what they're talking about?
Yes, absolutely.
$21.
Harper, you're confused. You're like, no. Zybilna was good. I mean, she wasn't great, but she was fine. You know, she wasn't. She would never fucking have kids being kidnapped. And as you sort of get like a little like caught up in your emotions, you notice two other paintings that didn't catch your eye until now. You see what you know to be Endlin Moongrave, who has taken over the Palace of Heart's Desire, and she is a skeletal looking hag, very thin, wearing all black, and sort of has like puppet strings on her. And then you also see a very, very, very dark painting. And it almost like brightens as you look at it a little bit more. And you see... Oh, it's really dark. It's very difficult to see. But you squint into it, and you see a woman? You're not sure. Maybe a woman. Old. And you see in the background a house with a smokestack. But the house is elevated. And you sort of like look at the house a little bit more, and you notice that it has chicken feet. And as you sort of like notice the last detail, the painting turns even blacker.
Was that the inn?
Go ahead and make me a perception check, Meow Wolf.
Uh, 23.
No. No, it was not. It looked similar, but it wasn't the inn. It had a different aura. Like the inn would never feel like that. You got a cold feeling from looking at this photo or painting. You had to look away before Harper was done looking at it.
I know whose house this is, right?
Like Harper knows whose house this is?
Both.
Yes. Harper knows it, but like you never knew what she looked like. You didn't know where she is. You had just heard about her.
Right.
Oh, that's right. We talked about this. Okay.
And Harper, you seeing all of the paintings, like you know what the paintings are of, and I don't think the others quite grasp. They are sort of pulling at straws of like their half knowledge.
That is accurate. I don't really know besides the fact of several members of the carnival have basically been traded out so the owner can remain the owner.
I just turn around and I look at everyone and I'm like, my friends, we don't have much time left before I turn back to myself. So
Right.
let's make our way upstairs and finish this task.
Absolutely. Let's do this. I cast Pass Without a Trace again for everyone.
Woo!
Cool. Mark that off. So you guys kind of like start walking up the stairs. Yes. Let me see. So you guys, do you guys try the other doors? There's the door you came from, there's the stairs, and then there's two other doors.
I would actually like to to check those out.
Go for it.
Am I able to sense anything from the doors that's like magical?
Do you have detect magic?
I don't. Alright.
I think I do. Well, I have my
Dagger of warning.
yeah, but I also
Um,
have detect magic.
Okay.
But okay. Alright, well I just walk up unbeknownstly and I just check on the doorknob.
They're both locked. You do like one of the like every single door has been opened, so you're like, okay, and it's like, damn it. You try the other one, it's locked.
Alright. Are we gonna try to get in here, or are we gonna leave sleeping dogs lie on this one? I turn to the party, particularly Zindi and Harper. Hello?
Yes.
Sorry, I thought I dropped off.
No, I'm looking to see what I have.
Everyone's like, do I have lock-picking tools?
I definitely do.
I fucking wish.
I think I have.
I have a crowbar.
Yeah, I have a really tiny staff.
I don't think that'll do anything though.
I don't think either of those
Nope.
are gonna work, no. Okay, you guys make your way up the stairs. You hear Will say...
We'll deal with the door later.
You guys hear Will say, he's like, I think Pincushion has a key. Anyway, we'll get the keys once we defeat Scabatha. Right, Zindi?
Yes, of course. Well, we will.
Once again, Winterbow and Bastion and Blanc and Juniper sort of like wait in the room. They sort of wait in the middle of the room and in front of the doors because they're like not liking how the brambles are looking. So you guys make your way up to the textile mill. So you guys see that the door is slightly ajar. And you hear some children's voices from inside. Not like loud, just kind of like talking quietly.
It's past without a trace is still in effect, so I try to be as quiet as possible and not disturb as I'm navigating.
Yeah. My lord, maybe you should enter first, since you're the least intimidating. Oh, in a good way.
In a good way.
I love that. That made me feel good. So, because I know I have the propensity to be very loud.
Children are fond of you, my lord.
Zindi's like,
let's do
fuck
this.
these kids and fuck you too.
So, I kind of sneak into the room to see what's going on. Do they notice me? Do I do a stealth check?
Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth.
And this is with the plus 10.
Yeah.
Ooh, natural 20.
Natural what? What did you get?
A natural 20.
Okay.
Oh.
You walk in silent. You walk in by yourself without the password, without trace. You basically can just like hug the wall. And you guys see Meow Wolf when you enter. You see that 3 large freestanding looms basically dominate this entire chamber. And you see that the children are a young goblin and a pair of gnomes who are working the machines. and the room is loud with rhythmic clatter from these like looms. There is also a door on the opposite wall, and there is also an archway that leads to some kind of other room. You are currently hugging the corner shadows.
How lit is the room? Is it poorly lit? Where like and how high are the ceilings?
Ooh. They actually have an answer for this.
Fantastic.
Which is crazy. Do. Let's see. Eight feet high.
Okay, cool. And are the kids like sitting? Like what? Like
They're
what
working.
are they doing
Yeah,
again?
they're on the looms and stuff.
At the looms.
Looms. Is this why it's called Loom Lurch?
Yeah.
I haven't.
I didn't even consider that, but probably.
Wow. We live at Slave Labor Kid Central. Wow. Okay. So
Yeah. What if like it would be like what if Apple like called it, or like what if like Foxconn was like, yep, this is suicide factory. Welcome.
yeah, exactly. Jeez.
Sorry.
Absolutely. It's so I basically stealthily get myself like I'm in the corner and I don't want to alert everyone because I don't want them to like basically completely stop working right away because it could alarm or trigger something. So I basically start kind of crawling onto the wall very stealthily, and I am basically high enough where they can't kind of see. Like I'm just like I got my little froggy crawl going, um, and I basically call the attention of one of the kids, very very discreetly, and I basically say we're gonna, hey, don't stop what you're doing, but we're gonna bust you out of here. What can be done?
Okay, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check so the kids don't immediately freak the fuck out.
Because I'm just like a frog chilling on the wall.
They're like, oh shit, a talking frog.
Yeah, oh shit, talking frog on the wall. Where the fuck did you come from? A 12. Very creepy.
Okay, let me see here. Let me see how old these children are. Ooh. You see that they, all three of them at once, sort of like drop what they're doing. Their tools clatter to the floor, and like one of them fully just falls, like one of the gnome like falls over. The goblin jumps up like they're gonna fight, and then the other gnome is just like frozen with fear and is like,
I get ready to be attacked and say, I don't mean any harm. I don't mean any harm whatsoever. We came to help you. Will is outside.
The goblin, who you see is like a young female, bares her teeth, which baby goblins, like humans, get like their baby goblin teeth. So they're a lot smaller than they will be eventually, but she bares her teeth nonetheless, and she's like, "Who sent you?"
Who sent me? I'm sent here to rescue the rescue you kids here in the textiles. Like, who sent me? I'm making sure that people don't get abducted and get sentenced to a life of horrible work.
You see,
Are you in trouble? I can leave you here.
the goblin looks like confused, and the female gnome who is like frozen in place sort of like snaps into it a little bit and is like, sorry, did you say Will? Did you say Will? Like Will the Wild, like Will?
Yeah. We took Will to make sure that he was okay, and he's here now, and we're gonna go murder Scavatha. Just in short, we're gonna go murder Scavatha. In about now-ish.
Hell yeah. Yep.
And
That's
about
exactly
now-ish.
So I mean, if you're comfortable here, you can stay. But Will's outside. You can go check for yourself. We just didn't want to barge in and scare the shit out of y'all. But if you stop working, are there going to be any alarms? Is anything going to happen if you stop working right now? Because
You see,
you've already stopped.
Will poke his curly-headed self into the room and like wave, and he's like, "Guys, it's me!" And they sort of like, you see them sort of like visibly calm down a little bit, and they're like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, there's no alarm. Well, there was 10 soldiers. I'm guessing you guys took care of that. Okay.
Yep.
The
You even got baby Croc eating the tin soldiers. So yes.
Yes.
the goblin sort of gets like stops baring her teeth, goes back to normal. You see that she actually looks very sweet when her mouth is closed because like her baby teeth look very sharp. And she sort of is like, she comes over to Meow Wolf and looks at him. She's pretty small, and she looks up and she goes, I know a secret.
What secret
A secret
is that?
way.
Yes, that would be excellent. If you let us know, we can definitely make sure that our dear friend can get you out of here safely.
I followed Pud. He's bad.
Oh, the little shit that didn't want to get the mushroom.
Broder's probably gonna die because of him.
Well, I mean, if he's not no good, I mean, do you think he can change, or do we need to leave him behind?
I think this is a highly existential question for an 8-year-old. She gives a 500-yard stare off into the storeroom.
Okay, so apparently they think he's a little asshole too.
Listen, not all of the kids were sad and pathetic.
I turned to Zindi and go, "What do you think about that little guy watching the dwarf die? Do we let him go? Do we let him go or not?" And I yelled I kind of shouted at the doorway as I signaled to kind of walk in a little bit.
I don't think we really have a choice.
All right. Wow.
Zindi, the voice of reason.
Very well. Very well. And then Keeks goes, "There you go, being a heartless bastard again.
Zindi, you walk into the room, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Yeah. Okay, not great. 14.
You definitely think these are just some sad children in here.
Yeah.
You,
Shoot.
yeah, you don't like notice any traps or anything like that. You do notice that there looks like there's some kind of like a storeroom and like a large window, and the window seems to have like a bunch of branches in front of it. But it looks like like there's stuff to rummage around in here at least.
Mm-hmm. Can I rummage?
Absolutely. Make
Should I
me an
roll
investigation check.
Oh, investigation.
You just walk in the room
21.
and immediately are like, ooh, stuff.
Yeah, I'll let the others kind of deal with the kids.
You start doing the super rude thing, but the thing that everyone always wants to do, where you're just like, oh, let me open every fucking drawer to see what you got up in here.
Look, I'm just actually, you know what I'm doing is like, these kids are gonna have to go, and I'm telling them like, hey, like I want to make sure, I'm just like checking, like, are there any important things, any new oinkies, you know, like I start turning to some of the kids and go like, do you have everything? Like, come on, like,
yeah,
let's.
Like, you got a backpack,
but I'm also
you got a bug out bag. Let's go, kiddos.
Yeah. I'm also like seeing if there's gonna be anything useful for us that we might need, and I see if I find anything. And the kids are like, oh yeah, here, let me get my things. They're like, no, we don't own anything. Nothing. No, nothing belongs to us. We have nothing.
Great work, Zindi. I don't have the emotional spoons to carry on like this. I'm ready to go kill a hag.
Yes. You will, and it'll be great, my lord.
All right, what'd you get on your investigation?
Oh. 21.
Fantastic. Okay. You're fucking searching around the storeroom. You're pulling out like bags of shit. Most of it's just like craft supplies and stuff, whatever. You do find a sack of coins. You're not 100% familiar with where the coins are from, but there's 35 coins in here. You also find a gold bodkin.
I'm taking that money.
Perfect. You also find a gold bodkin.
Ooh.
I have to fucking look up what a bodkin is.
So I have no idea what that is.
It's like a bobby pin. A thick needle with a large eye used especially for drawing tape or cord through a hem. Pointed instrument used to pierce cloth or leather. So, like, loom supplies,
But, like, golden.
Yes. But a very nice thing. You also see that there's, like, just some random books in here. And you notice a particularly enchanting one. It looks hand-bound. It looks old. Everything else is pretty dusty in here, and this doesn't look dusty. And it's also quite a bit smaller than a lot of the other books.
I'm on mute, sorry. What is the book? Does it say anything on it?
Yeah, you pick it up. And in Sylvan,
which I can read.
Which you can read. And this is like the equivalent of like, when you see things in like Old English and you're like, oh, this is old. Kind of like that, but you read it as the Frog Prince.
Um, hold on, one sec. I read aloud. On les princes renus. Oh, my lord! This, interesting. It makes me think of Meow Wolf, and I put it in my bag because most of like the books at Molly's weren't like that interesting for kids. So when we're back, it might be nice. Somebody might want a book.
You also you also remember that Bavlorna had a copy of the Frog Prince. It wasn't as old as this, but she also had one. Seems like a weird coincidence.
Yep, I'll investigate later.
Yeah, you pop it in your book bag.
Nice.
The kiddos are sort of just like conversing with Will, and Will's like, all right, well, I think it's actually safest if you guys stay here, watch out for Pud, maybe checking on Broader. I think we're gonna get to the hag. You know how it goes.
I come up behind Will, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I say to the kids, everybody, Will really played a huge role in saving you guys today, and he's gonna keep doing that. That being said, everybody you need to stop chatting because we're on a time crunch, and so yeah, Will's right. You guys stay here, but like you guys need to be ready to go. So like, I don't know, mentally prepare yourselves, grab your shit.
You'll probably see a talking flying bat to let you know.
Yes. Like, go take a potty break. Like, do that all now.
You should also tell them there might be a Scabatha down on the floor.
Oh, yes, there also might be a Scabatha down in the floor.
Wait,
don't worry, she is actually not Scabatha. She will show you her tiny little bunny tip. Very nice. Don't worry. I turn to Winterbow, and I kind of give him a look, the like, please, like, can you like hang out with the kids, Winterbow, protect them.
I would.
Yes, Zindi. Of course.
I give him a finger gun and a. You're the best. Keep him safe.
Thanks, sport.
You double finger gun him like, eh.
Yeah, thank you. Like we didn't even have to talk about it. He just knew that this is the role that he's fallen into.
As soon as they see Winterbow, they're like, "Oh my god, a pony!" And they start like asking him for pony rides. You guys know Winterbow hates that shit.
All right, don't worry. We will try to kill the hag super fast.
Yes, please hurry.
Oh, that's so funny.
Me.
I look to Zindi and go. I look to Zindi and go, man, I would have just left them Snoodles.
But Snoodles. Oh no, we might need him. So actually, hold on. Snoodles. It's just in case. Just in case. I think they might need some extra protection. What do you say, buddy?
Oh, a mission.
Yes, mission. Yes, you are so ready. Okay, go.
Okay. I can be here with Winterbow. Oh.
And then just as they were like, "Oh my god, a pony!" They were like, "Oh my god, a talking crocodile!" And they immediately start snuggling him, and Snoodles is doing his traditional like, "Fuck yeah." You guys leave the textile
Winterbow
mill.
I can tell that a Winterbow would probably be even angrier at this point.
You see a deep sadness in the man's eyes.
Oh.
But like, you guys are also like on the way down. You're like, I think he likes it, you know. He pretends like he doesn't, but he really gets a lot of joy out of it. So,
I think
go ahead.
I do concur.
So the goblin child did tell you the secret way, and it leads to Scaptha's bedroom. So, it's sort of a hop, skip, and a jump, quite literally, that you guys would have to come up to the textile mill, like basically jump out the window, and then try and hop onto the windowsill of the hag's bedroom. And it does take a bit of dexterity to do it. Meow Wolf could certainly be able to do it, no problem. So it's up to you guys where you would like to proceed. Let me also check to see which of these doors. There's one more door in here. Okay, let me look at my map.
Did we ever investigate this locked door?
We did not. But you absolutely can. You can try.
Is it right?
It's down the stairs.
I check on that
So you just check on the doors one more time.
and see if I can kind of force it open with my hands.
All right, make me a strength check.
I'm not very strong, but we'll see. 7.
No. you really try and you start like rattling the doorknob really angrily and keep bumping it, and really you're just making a ton of noise.
I say, step back, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. I'll try. Hold on. I roll an 11.
Zindi, you like crack your knuckles. You try and like, warm up a little, and you do the 1, 2, 3, huh, and like try and slam into it. And really, you're just gonna have a very nasty bruise tomorrow.
No.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I annoyingly asked, Will, do you know what's behind this door?
Will sort of like looks up to the 2 doors, and he looks at the one on the left, and he's like, I think this one is outside. And he's like, this one is, he touches the door, and he takes away his hand as if it was hot, and he's like, well, this is definitely the kitchen.
Oh, fuck.
So she must be on the other side of this somewhere, because it is locked. He sort of like is like, don't love that we've been making a shitload of noise on the other side of the kitchen.
I say, wait. It's locked? Oh, I didn't even realize it was locked. I thought it was just heavy. Hold on. I definitely have... Oh, hold on. I might be thinking about... Sorry, I'm thinking about a past character. I'm no longer a rogue. Actually, I have no idea how to pick a lock. Never mind. Okay. I'm sorry.
So classic D&D shenanigans.
Sorry, actually, I'm confused. I played a rogue in a play one time, and I forgot that I don't actually have those skills.
That's fair, Zindi. Fair. That can happen to
You
anyone.
start teaching Will
Well-
how to pick a lock, but like he's sort of looking at you like, I'm pretty sure that's not how you do it.
You know what? Let's try and find this hag.
All right. So, how do we go around? Is there another way to get into the kitchen, Will, besides this door?
Well, I mean, a Pincushion does have a set of keys. And I guess we could find Pincushion. She's kind of a bitch, but she is a doll. We could go to Scribble's bedroom.
I say, Will, watch your language, please.
Oh, he gets like indignant and he's like, sorry. Well, Yvilda said that we could break into her bedroom. I don't know what's in there. I've never been in there.
Yeah, and I'm also leery of like potential traps.
Oh wait. What is? Oh my god, I need to look at my cantrips more often. What is the door made out of?
I get
With
up
iron
close.
handles and fittings.
It looks like it's wood, Harper.
Never mind. And the floor is also wood.
Floor is also wood. It's a tree. A tree.
That's right. Never mind. Never mind.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. In that case, am I able to use am I able to use, oh god, why all of a sudden is this so small? Let me scroll down. Okay. Let's see here. I think I have something interesting. Spirit, earth tremor. Nope. Oh, plant grow. Am I able to cast plant grow to like basically like grow the hinges apart of the tree? So like the door basically like expands and the hinges like it comes off the hinges. That grow. It's like basically it channels the vitality. It channels vitality into plants within a specific area. In there are two possible uses for the spell, granting immediate or long-term benefits. You can cast the spell using an action to all normal plants within 100-foot radius, to the point where they can become thick and overgrown. And it could impede movement. So could I like basically instruct it to grow apart from the door?
Yes, since this is a particularly wild use, go ahead and make me an Arcana check or nature like check to see how like good you can do this.
All right, let's see. How Arcana. 9.
You are like, I'm a genius. You know, you fucking make like some druid movements, and really all that
That's so
happens is the plants like grow, more brambles grow around the door, so you actually make it like more difficult to get.
And then I go
There's a lot
perfect.
of pointies around it, yeah.
And then I go perfect, exactly as I intended. Now nobody can get out of there.
Okay, roll a deception.
Let's see here. here. Where'd it go? There it is. Dirty. Just let's see. Ah, a 3.
Everyone knows that you fucked this up.
Dang. Okay, well, let's find a
Good job,
different.
my liege. Excellent work.
Well, you know, I figured I'd give it a good go, you know.
We could always set it on fire. You know I'm not opposed to that. Do we have all the children? We could burn the place to the ground now, right?
Oh, I mean, I guess so, Harbor. Like, why don't we?
Will pipes up and he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, hold on. We actually are missing 3 kids. We need to find a sewing room."
Oh, and I need to find my mother, right?
Right,
And you need to
and my
find Peter.
parents. You know, they're around. They're probably in the kitchen.
Okay, that's a good point. We shall go through Scavatha's to Scavatha's room then.
All right. You guys make your way back up the stairs, back up to where the 2 gnomes and the goblin are, who are sort of just kind of waiting around, trying to like look busy. They sort of lead you to the window where you guys are can jump over. Look at how this is worded here. So, in order to take this route, you must climb out of the storeroom window, clamber across the branches that grow out of the upright trees, and pass above the kitchen, and then hop onto the windowsill of the hag's bedroom. And
Is there any?
Go ahead.
Are there any openings into the kitchen?
Ooh, great question.
And what, like Kool-Aid Man through a window?
I mean,
You mean just
I mean, not no. Like, you know what I mean? Kool-Aid Man through a window.
incredible?
I would say that there is not a window that looks down into the kitchen, but you could there certainly is a windows on the side that you could Kool-Aid Man through. So I would say as you guys are sort of like peering out the window, you guys do see like if you wanted to bust in through the kitchen, you could. If you wanted to keep exploring without directly facing anyone, I would say Harper, like your alter self is like about to be up. Like you probably have like 10 minutes left maybe. So go ahead and if you would like to jump down, or if you would like to jump to the bedroom, you guys can decide.
I would definitely think that if there was any time to explore around in her bedroom, Harper should take advantage of the remaining time.
Oh.
So I think like if myself and Harper or like are able, and Zindi are able to like alley-oop ourselves somehow down there, it would probably be
If I need to re-up it, I can.
Or is there any? Yeah. So I mean that's what I think maybe we should go to the room, explore that real quick. Or do you think? Is there any intention that Harper would need the morphing for in the next 10 minutes that you think would whether she would tell us what to do or would direct us where to go?
Harper selfishly wants to go into her room to see if to see if she can find anything in the hopes to find what she's looking for. But like I was saying, like if I need to extend my alter self, I can. Like I could just cast it again.
Okay, cool.
So like while I am pressed for time for where like how I'm currently at, like I'm also not super worried about it.
Alright. Sounds good. So, do we all move towards her bedroom then?
Yeah.
Everyone
We
make me
leave
a
Will.
dexterity check to make the jump.
Can I just rabbit hop?
Sure, she is funny.
No, I still.
As a
need
bonus
dexterity.
action, you get.
There's
Ooh,
like a thing.
23!
Yeah, as a bonus action, you can jump 15 feet without provoking any opportunity attacks. Yeah, I can just hop 15 feet.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
And I got a 23.
And I can also hop.
Oh yeah. Little bouncy boys over here.
Fantastic. Okay, so you guys easily hop to Granny Nightshade's bedroom window. You easily pop it open, and you guys are able to clamber in to the bedroom.
Where's that on the map?
Fantastic question.
Is that L16?
I believe it is. Yes, it is.
Sweet. Oops.
Alright. So you guys clamber in. Pretty much no one has ever been in here. Like, Will's never been in here. So he's kind of looking at it for the first time. You guys notice a stark difference between Bavlorna's quarters and Nightshade's quarters. Almost everything in the bedroom is orderly. Even the bed is perfectly made with a patchwork quilt, and there's also many ornamental pigs adorning every surface of this room. All different kinds of pigs. You guys know the joke
Are we
where it's
saying,
like... Go ahead.
Are we talking like ornamental taxidermied pigs?
Great question.
We're talking,
or like little
like ceramic pigs, doll pigs,
Like tchotchke stuff.
tchotchke pigs, yes.
Got it.
What was the girl who with Oinky? What's her name again?
Philomena.
Philomena. Hey, you guys think that Philomena might want a pig? Like, or like you feel like it would be like kind of like not cool since it's like
Zindi,
from what I've
give
heard.
me a perception check with advantage.
Ooh. Is Zindi gonna notice the pig that looks like the really
With advantage? Okay, cool. Because I really needed that. 24, thank God. This one was bad.
You see in a large pile of pig plushies, you see what can only be described as a cuddle clone of Oink the pig. Exactly as Philomena described.
Okay, I'm taking this just in case we can't get Oink. You know, just, you know.
My response goes, that might actually be Oink.
Oh no, my
Oh, fuck.
Hey, if we can't get Oink, maybe we can just tell her that like Oinky, like, yeah, like transformed. She'll be fine. She won't know.
Not traumatic at all.
Sounds great.
Worst case scenario, guys. I'm trying to come up with contingency plans.
Yeah. We'll turn them all back. We're turn them all back, Zindi.
So after you pick up the pig, Zindi, something catches your eye sort of by the bed, and the reason it catches your eye is because it feels really out of place. It's a decaying dollhouse that's sitting on the bedside table. It's about 3 feet tall. It's huge. And it's kind of besmirched by peeling paint. It's moldy, it's rotting, kind of smells. And behind the dollhouse, by one of the windows that you didn't come in, you guys see a large bell jar full of moss. You also see facing one another along the outer wall are a pair of doors. And you also see, next to the door closest to the staircase, a wooden rocking cradle with a neatly folded blanket in it.
Wow.
Is this where the baby dragon... No, it's too small.
Yeah, if you guys want to look around, go ahead and just make me an investigation check and then let me know what you would like to look at. And we will wrap up soon.
Okay. 13, so not good. I don't know. I just look at the walls.
I found the
I'm
pig.
definitely.
Yeah, you're right.
You're like, haha, we can get her to shut up.
I got a dirty 20. I am looking for some of my queen's tangs or clues that'll help me lead to that.
I am looking for any magical items that could help us in our battle, and I got a nat 20.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Okay.
Which puts me at a 22.
So as you guys are sort of looking around, Harper, you notice right away a writing desk, and you make a beeline towards that, and you start just fucking rummaging through her stuff, right? And you find a couple really interesting things. One, you find letters from Bavlorna and from Endelyn. Just a lot of it bullshit, right? But some of it very interesting, and some of it that you think is encoded and maybe means different things. Like, it doesn't read quite right. You're like, you also find what you believe to be a diary, but with a lock on it.
A diary with a lock on it. And this feels
original.
And does that feel and that feels magical?
Yeah. You try and bust it open, and you're like,
I guess I think about the time restraint. I examine it, see that it doesn't open. Am I able to do like a quick arcana to see if I can pull any relevance of this book?
Sure.
23.
You would imagine that anything that Bavlorna took the time to put a magical lock on in her own private quarters is probably full of deep dark secrets.
I store it away.
Pop that in the bag. With the nat 20, you see a couple not necessarily magical things, but definitely a couple interesting things. You find a pair of velvet embroidered slippers. You find a cracked hand mirror that is bejeweled and like rather gaudy. And most interesting, you find a false eye made of solid gold.
I definitely hold on to that thing.
Dun, dun, dun.
I definitely am like, ooh, this is seems interesting. and I just kind of like polish it a little bit. And like, how big is it in comparison to my 3-foot stature? Is it like
it's a normal
golf ball?
It's a normal eye size golf ball.
Okay.
A little smaller.
Roughly, yeah.
Ping pong ball?
Okay.
Yeah, that's how big
So
eyes are. I've never seen one popped out, but you know.
Yeah, I would say, okay, so I basically put that away too. And I don't really know what that's for, but it looked really cool and it was shiny, so.
You guys are just like, and this is mine, and this is mine.
I'm like, we might need this later for some reason, even if I use it to slingshot it, you know, Pennywise style at a beast.
Amazing. I hope you do that.
You know, we might need this.
Zindi, you sort of aren't interested with, like, you know, you already took a bunch of shit from the storeroom, whatever. But you kind of peer at this, like, rocking cradle, because you're like, huh.
Mm-hmm.
You notice that the cradle is actually hand-painted with images of green dragons. And while Zindi is correct, or sorry, Harper's correct, that it's much too small for Cradlefall now, you imagine that at some point he did sleep in here.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Do I find anything else besides the letters and the diary?
You got like a 24 or something crazy, right?
I got a dirty 20.
Oh, dirty 20, right. Meow Wolf got the nat 20. You guys, once you're done, like, rummaging.
Did Harper find the diary? Did I misunderstand that? Did Harper find the diary and not me?
Correct.
Okay, I apologize then.
Yeah, you find the eye made of solid gold.
Oh yeah. I definitely.
You pocket it. Everyone's like, put this in the bag, put this in the bag. You guys both turn your attention to the dollhouse, since it's so out of place with everything else. Go ahead and make me... Anyone can make an Arcana check on the dollhouse.
$25.
11.
25.
I got it.
Yeah.
10.
I have a
Damn.
plus.
Oh right, College of Lore. So, you guys are sort of looking over the dollhouse. What could it mean? What could it mean? And Zindi, you're sort of getting the flavor for how shit goes around here. And again, this seems to be like a weird thing, but you think that there is it's something to do with the eye. You definitely are like, it's sort of a double-edged sword, this eye. And you believe that the dollhouse has something to do with, like, a workaround on how to manage it, or it's something that she is magically keeping in check, because that's the only reason that this would be so dirty and neglected while everything else is much more pristine.
Got it.
Alright guys, well, how do we feel at this point? Would we wish to call it while we meditate upon our findings?
Yeah, I think that sounds good. I gotta get to bed.
Yes, but I was very engaged.
I know. All right, ending